Recent 1 week, Argentinian police force announced the narcotic bosom. The nation's Gendarmeria Nacional told police force had found and withdrawn 389 kilograms of crack cocaine, more than rather than 850 pounds, on the perspectives of the Ruski legation in Buenos Aires in December 2016. It seemed to include been a tutorial sample of crucifix border collaboration, in Ruski diplomatic court tip off the Argentinians on the drugs, and the two countries work along to halt illegal narcotic traffic. Now he's a history the Ruski by the government appears to wish to desire off. In latter days, Ruski print include started increase inconvenient questions for the Ruski Overseas Ministry, interrogative formal explanations. The main facts are not in question, investigators told a ex-servant of the Ruski legation in Argentina was amongst such detained at his household in Russia. Maria Zakharova, the Ruski Overseas Ministry representative, affirmed how a term of the engineering personnel of the legation who had treated on a brief term agreement had been implicated, and how the drugs had been found on the space of a high school on the legation perspectives. The high school perspectives, Mironov told, are always protected by FSB commanders, members of the FedSafety facility, one of Russia's intellect agencies. Parents' entry to the high school perspectives is rigorously forbidden, he wrote in a blog post position. If I requirement to say to a tutor, they urge her, she goes downward and we say at the entry. If you requirement to encounter in the mains office space, later they convoy me to the mains office space. How plane is portion of the specific flying Emotio Rossia, a navy of Ruski by the government planes. How ferries VIPs about the ball. How induced intensive assumption in the Ruski print on how, precisely, a aircraft how belongs to the coarse counterpart of the U.S. President plane navy was utilized for production and narcotic supply. Russia's tactful facility, that regularly lambasts overseas print for propagating against Russian promotion, answered quickly and loudly to national scope of the fracas. Zakharova, informal in a skill for sound bites and a martial public print styling, rotated her word firepower on such interrogative the authenticity of the formal Ruski expense. Responsible to suggestions the instance throw a dark on Russia's tactful housing, she told, he's precisely the contrary. The successful of the transactions was provided by the efficient actions of the Ruski envoy and tactful staff. And the Overseas Ministry as well liberated a declaration interrogative the patriotic of Mironov, the man whose family visit the tactful high school. The Ruski legation in Buenos Aires liberated a caustic denouncement of him, proverb, Mr. Mironov's productivity one day once again demonstrates his wish to do a behalf for oneself by spit on our nation and its overseas politics facility. The declaration went on to hint how his family might be sent of the high school. Its family, we expect, will go on to research in the high school at the legation. Maybe it will offset them for the flaws of the against Russian ambience how reigns in their household. The Kremlin's get on the secret aircraft? Kremlin representative Dmitry Peskov swatted off questions environment in a meeting urge in reporters. Requested if Patrushev was on the aircraft, he told, I do not include the data. I believe it is required to relate these questions to the air business. And requested if he was compliance an eye on the blossoming fracas, Peskov told, the is not our perquisite. The Ministry of Overseas Sphere, should commentary on how, or, as far as I aware, they stipulated all the required data.